What is up, Finn fans? Back at the hotel or house or whatever, as you can see. Uh, let's go over practice today. So, Mike McDaniel didn't meet with the beat guys, so there's no pre-game presser or anything. I'm looking here. I got my laptop up. We'll talk about some of the things that Jack Jones said, some of the things that Judon said. He got to see Judon out there. He was wearing number 8, but he said that he will be wearing number 91, which is interesting. Cam Wake. It's going to be really cool to see. Give you my thoughts off the top of my dome. I'm not going to read play by play, more tell you what I see, because again, I'm at camp now, so you're going to get more of what I see. Uh, Notice that Ollie Gordon was running with the ones. Again, I can say this because I'm not a beat writer. I didn't sign an NDA. Saw him running with the ones. Tua, I only saw. Now I got there, and here before I start rambling. They were in the dome for the first half of practice, and then the second half they came outside. So a lot of times what they do, and like yesterday was closed off to the public. A lot of times what they do in that instance is they're getting ready for the start of the season. So they work on things during the start of the season that they don't want us to see, because again, we're not supposed to film, but some people still film, and obviously they don't want certain things to get out there. So there is that. So I didn't see Quinn Ewers. It was a lot of Tua and Wilson, Tua and Wilson, Tua and Wilson. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that's fair. But again, I didn't see what was happening inside the dome. So maybe we saw some Quinn Ewers stuff inside the dome. Again, you can go follow the beat guys. They were doing play-by-play, I think, in the dome, as well as... Actually, no, they couldn't do play-by-play because you guys weren't there. But I didn't see Quinn Ewers. He was there. If you follow me on Twitter, he was there. Everyone was there. Let me tell you who didn't practice, because I think it's the usual suspects really didn't practice. It's no one that we should be worried about. Jalen Phillips did practice. Chop Robinson did practice. Bradley Chubb did practice. Um, who else? Judon was out there. Darren Waller was dressed. Again, I don't know what he did inside the dome, but he was dressed, and I saw him standing with the tight ends. But he wasn't doing teamwork, and he wasn't doing anything out with the public. Now, tomorrow, when we have joint practice, will he? I don't know. I'm trying to get the camera position properly so you guys can see me. Um, so there is that. Let me go into my retweets. I was tweeting out a lot today, so if you haven't, go follow me on Twitter so you can see it all tomorrow. I was tweeting pictures as well of Tua, talking with Bevel. I got to meet Bevel again. If I get to talk to him again tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get another picture. But 2 years in a row, I got to meet Bevel. He actually remembered me, which was really cool. Um, so here's team drills. Okay, absent from practice, no Tyreek Hill, no Devon Achane, because obviously we know about his calf injury. No Andrew Meyer, no Addison West, no Baron Matos, no Austin Jackson, no Kendall Sheffield, no Ethan Bonner. Obviously he has the hamstring injury. No Ashton Davis, and no Dante Trader. Now, just because you don't hear them, they're absent. They were still there. Like, if you go follow me on Twitter, I have a picture of Ashton Davis on the sideline. And he had nothing on his legs, because if you guys remember, when he dealt with his injury, he had, I think, like a walking boot or something on his leg. Nothing on his legs, was out there. He was out there in a hoodie and a winter hat. And I'm like looking at this man, like, what? What? How are you out here in a hoodie and a winter hat? Completely blew my mind. But yeah, he was out there. At one point, I saw the quarterbacks. So during special teams, the three quarterbacks went over and they were throwing passes to some gentleman. And then Tyreek Hill came over, and Tyreek Hill started catching passes from the quarterbacks, which was really cool to see. Tua then goes over and he talks to Tyreek Hill, which again, cool to see. I'm going to give you a little notes of information. Again, I'm not going to give you play-by-play like I normally do because I'm there. Um, Another thing that I noticed that I was really happy about was they did the special team work where they were working on punts, they were working on field goals. Sanders looked amazing, like usual. And then when they were getting ready for team drills, so the quarterbacks were over on the one end. So if you're sitting in the bleachers all the way to the left, the quarterbacks were there. They kind of marched over to about the 45-yard line. The first defender that came to get ready for the 11 on 11s again, Zach Sealer, saw him, and I'm just seeing him walking. And he's like, got there, and he kind of was standing there getting ready, puts his helmet on. Like, he was the first defender to essentially get there and get ready, which is amazing to see. Again, he's going to be one of the leaders in the locker room, as well as Jordan Brooks as well. So much I want to tell you guys because I saw so much with my eyes. Tua. Zach Wilson took some sacks that he probably shouldn't have. But Tua, he had one interception. We'll put a quotes on that. He tried to throw a corner fade to Westbrook. Cam Smith was covering, smacked the ball, and then Jack Jones intercepts it. So I necessarily am not like, oh, Tua, what are you doing? Because he just tried to fit something in. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. What else? Some of the formations I saw were really interesting. So Jalen Phillips, I think, had like 2 sacks on the day. One of them, he had Chubb lined up to his left. So if you're the linebacker, it was Jalen Phillips, Chubb. I didn't get to see who the DT was, and then it was Chop. Like, some of these formations that they threw at us were very, very, very interesting. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. Your orange jersey of the day was Aaron Brewer. I did not win fan of the day. It was, I'll tell you who it was. I shouted him out on Twitter because he deserves it. I didn't get enough votes. Oh, they getting my vote for me. I don't think I was there early enough to get votes. I'm going to be there earlier tomorrow, so if anyone is at practice tomorrow, I will be there earlier. I kind of was running a little late today. I apologize for that. So I will be there earlier because I know a lot of you guys were hitting me up saying, oh, I met one of you, old school Joe, got fan of the day today. So tomorrow, if you're here, vote for me, DouglieDoWrong. Be absolutely amazing if I could win orange jersey while I'm here tomorrow. Last practice open. Okay, back to the on the field stuff. Like I said, Ollie Gordon running with the ones. Very interesting. I liked his run style. He had one run where he had a nice cut, a few cuts. Not going to knock Zach Wilson. He had some nice throws. He took, I think it was Jordan Phillips, had to slide, literally had to stop and slide so he didn't hit Zach Wilson because he was coming in hot. So he had to like really get down and slide to avoid sacking Zach Wilson. The second offensive line, it's not good. It's not good. Taj made some nice catches. Malik made some nice catches. Estridge made some nice moves. It was very good to see him out there. Didn't see much of the third and tier guys of like Theo Weiss and Armstrong and stuff. But Westbrook was incorporated. Like I said, Taj, I saw him do a few things. Malik was doing a few things. Waddle was incorporated a little bit. Tight end stuff, again, Tanner Connor is a name that I noticed. Even when I'm watching preseason and I was out there looking, number 80 was doing well. Warwick, who is a backup fullback, he got some touches in there as well, made some nice catches. It was solid. If I had to give a win today, it was definitely to the defense. They definitely got after the quarterback, especially with the pass rush. You might have a defensive player tomorrow win the orange jersey. That'd be cool if it was Jalen Phillips. That'd be cool if it was Jalen Phillips and I win the orange jersey because you guys know I'm Jalen Phillips stan. So if he could win and then I could win, I can shake his hand. A lot of you guys were joking saying Chubb should win it when you win it so I could talk to him, which I would love. I'd be like, I'm sorry. But overall, the practice was good. Nothing crazy happened. Again, I only saw about 45 minutes of it because the other half was in the dome where they couldn't really talk about it. Some player pressers, though. Jack Jones admits he got cooked by Monver St. Brown. He said, but he's been better since that, so he's working on that. What else? Matthew Judon said he's coming to Miami to work. He also, Judon, on joining a deep, strong edge rush group with the Dolphins. He says, I have to come in here and be the guy right away. I can just let those guys do what they do and plug and play. 100%. I think that's why it's going to really work with Matthew Judon, because it's not like we need him. It's not like 2023 where we were grabbing guys off the couch and we were about to play the Buffalo Bills and then play in the playoffs. Matthew Judon is a guy who, again, he was running with the second team. So he wasn't even out there with the first guy. He's just kind of learning the situation. That signing 100% was an Anthony Weaver move. But very good stuff there. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. My brain is going like 1,000 miles a minute. But yeah, he is going to bring it slowly. I talked to you guys about, I think yesterday I talked to you guys about the fact that he said his sack production went from 15 and a half down to 5 because with Atlanta, he was dropped into coverage more. So we'll see. Hopefully the Dolphins don't do that with him. Jack Jones was brutally honest with himself when he was talking about he got cooked. Matthew Judon will wear 91, like I said before, even though he was rocking at number 8. Matthew Judon, when asked by Joe Shad how he went from D2 to having a 72 career sacks, he says, SHIT, I'm a dog, boy. So it's really cool to see that. But tomorrow's going to be interesting. And tomorrow's going to be hard because with joint practice, I have to pick and choose who I'm going to focus on. And I think I'm going to focus on the defense because I want to see how the corners do. I don't know if Travis Hunter's going to be practicing. I know he's dealing with an injury, so I don't know if he's going to be doing anything with the joint practice tomorrow. But it's going to be very interesting to see that. I'm going to try to give you aspects of both sides of it. Tweeting out wise, if you follow me on Twitter, again, go follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be tweeting out live stuff. It's going to be very hard. I'm going to be all over the place probably. I'm going to probably talk about, ooh, good defensive play, ooh, good offensive play. But I'm pretty sure the defense is going to be on the back side of the field, which is going to suck because I won't be able to see it. So I might just stick with the offense. But overall, like I said, it seemed like defense won today. There were some nice passes, but I only saw about 45 minutes of it, give or take. So that's it. I'm still vlogging. I got to tour the stadium. So you're going to get a little stadium tour in the vlog. I'll voice over what I'm seeing. I got to see them put the sod down for the game on Saturday, which is super cool. I got to see the trophies. I got to see the away locker room. I didn't get to see the home locker room, but I got to go into the away locker room. So all that stuff is going to be in the vlog. So, that will probably be out Friday. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. But that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know what you want me to maybe focus on more. It's a lot. I don't know how these beat writers have their laptop. I don't have my laptop. I just have my phone and my brain. So I'm like tweeting things out and I'm like looking at it. So like I can go through my Twitter and tell you like some of the play-by-play I noticed. But yeah, let me know what things you want me to focus on. Let me know who you want me to focus on, offense or defense. I think that's the thing I really need to know from you guys, offense or defense. But that's what I got for you guys today. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you are at practice tomorrow, vote for me. DouglieDoWrong, orange jersey. Go to the orange tent. Vote for me. And I'm going to be there early. So the practice starts, I think, at like 10 something, 10:45-ish, 10:15-ish. So I'm going to be there at like 9:30. I'm going to be there early. So if anyone wants to say what's up, take a picture and all that stuff. I said hi to one of you, which is really cool. But if any of you guys want to say what's up and take a picture, I will be there for that. But other than that, I will see you on the flippity flop. But like usual, stay classy. My friends up.